Welcome to today's topic. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Heather McConaughey. I'm a registered nurse turned nutritionist, and I specialize in helping women lose 10 to 30 pounds using sustainable macro counting without hunger and without forbidden foods. Today's topic is all about how to kiss food perfectionism goodbye. If you're tired of trying to eat perfectly, if you're tired of all the food rules that are out there, if you're tired of trying to navigate what's the perfect way to eat and the perfect diet and being perfectly clean with your eating, and you're letting that stop you from taking action at making positive, healthy changes to your eating, then this topic is for you. It's very common to think we need to be perfect at things in life to get results. Whether it's our nutrition or some other area of our life, it's very common to think that perfectionism is number one, attainable, and number two, desirable. We are so fixated in our culture, especially in a hyper-visualized culture now, to expect and believe in the concept of perfectionism. What do I mean by that? Well, you come to an app like Instagram and you see manufactured photos, you see airbrushed photos, you see face-tuned photos and bodies, you see posed photos, you see Botox, you see lip jobs, you see hair dye jobs, you see extensions, you see so many things that people are doing to their appearance to try to create this illusion of perfection that it starts to warp your mind. And you start to actually think that, one, perfectionism is something that is naturally attainable, and two, it's something that is desirable. And actually, perfectionism just doesn't exist in our human world. And it's something that not only does it not exist, but can actually be very destructive to try to achieve. Has anybody grown up with a perfectionistic mother? Has anybody dated somebody who's a perfectionist? Has anybody worked for a perfectionistic boss? It's never been an enjoyable experience, has it? So I want you to start to really question, number one, just the concept of perfectionism, and if it is actually something that is valuable or helpful to achieving results, and if it actually might be more destructive. A lot of you think you need to be perfect with your nutrition 100% of the time to get results. Is that you? I know for me that I have definitely gone through those phases where I thought okay, no sugar, eat 3 vegetables a day, hyper aware of trying to eat this perfect diet. And I'm going to break down for you why perfectionism is actually holding you back from your goals. Perfectionism is a flavor of black and white thinking, all or nothing thinking, in or out, yes or no. It's a cognitive distortion that all of us humans have access to, we all fall into. So if you have ever had perfectionistic thinking, the good news is we know you're a human. You are not a bot from another planet. You are a real live human. So you don't have to beat yourself up for having perfectionistic tendencies or having black and white thinking. It's just part of the human mind that we go that way. But we don't have to tolerate it. We don't have to stick in our perfectionism and believe it or own it or take it on like it's our pathway to freedom and results and happiness, because it's not. How this can manifest for you with your nutrition is because you believe that you need to be 100% perfect with your nutrition to get results, then you also believe that your circumstances need to be perfect in order for you to start making those changes. You believe that you need to not be traveling. You believe that you need to, not be busy with your schedule. You need to believe that you don't have people visiting. You need to believe that you don't have special events and dinner parties, etc. You are waiting for this illusory, perfect, mystical, mythical time to commit to your nutrition. It's like the nutrition unicorn. If only I could have this perfect time in my life to devote to my nutrition and my health, I would finally be healthy. And it's a big fat lie. This belief is super destructive. And let's break down why. There's 3 core reasons why this belief is super destructive. And listen for yourself and see which of these you relate to. You may not relate to all of them, but if you suffer from food perfectionism, you will relate to at least one of these. Number 1, it causes you to procrastinate. When things have to be perfect, it's a great excuse to wait. Oh, it's not perfect. It's not the perfect time, so I can't eat healthy. It's not the perfect time. I can't start my workout routine. It's not the perfect time, so I can't ask that person out on a date. It's not the perfect time, so I can't learn how to invest my money. It's not the perfect, it allows you to wait and delay taking action. It allows you to avoid rolling up your sleeves and doing the hard work. We procrastinate because things are uncomfortable. I once read this study that said we procrastinate because we're tired. And I was like, I think that's kind of BS. Maybe sometimes you procrastinate doing the laundry, or maybe you just need a little break, a mental break in your life. But I think the real reason we procrastinate is because we are trying to avoid discomfort. For me, when I procrastinate in the morning working out, right? How much longer can I look at my phone? Or maybe I should clean something in my apartment instead of getting my booty down to the gym. When I procrastinate working out, it's because I am avoiding the uncomfortable experience of working out. So when you are procrastinating, committing to your health, committing to your nutrition, making changes, it's because you are avoiding the uncomfortable experience of change. Number 2, it reinforces to you that you are not successful at this particular area of your life. When you procrastinate, you don't take action. When you don't take action, you don't get results. When you don't get results, you still have the belief that you cannot do it. One of the best and fastest ways to transforming the belief that something is not possible for you is just go produce the result. It sounds simple. And it sounds hard. You're like, well, if I could produce the result, Heather, I would just produce it. But part of what's stopping you from producing it is the belief that you can't produce it. So if you could just go get a little result, even just the smallest bit of progress towards your result, then it interferes with that existing limiting belief that you have that you're not successful at that area of your life. And the longer you wait to take action, the more entrenched that belief becomes. You know how neural pathways work in the brain? They create grooves, right? That's why you can remember your childhood phone number. My parents got rid of the house phone. They only got cell phones. I'm kind of sad because I loved calling that number, right? It was like my childhood home. They got rid of it. But I still remember that number because it is ingrained in my mind because I memorized that number from when I was 4 or 5 and used it for 35 plus years, right? And so it's important for you to understand that the longer you do not produce a result in your life, the more entrenched that belief becomes. The more that neural pathway gets reinforced and strengthened in your brain. If you want to change a neural pathway in your brain, you got to create a new result and you got to stop procrastinating to produce results that you want. And number 3, when you procrastinate, you not only avoid discomfort that you don't want to experience, but you actually delay getting access to the goodies of producing that result in your life. You know, I try not to have regrets in my life, but I didn't start working on my nutrition and my fitness in a serious way until I was 34, 33. And man, I wish I had really gone after it in my 20s. I wish that I had pushed myself harder. I wish that I had made better choices nutritionally. I wish that I had drank less alcohol when I was 26, 27 and had access to greater confidence in my skin. I spent a lot of my late 20s and early 30s not confident in my skin, tolerating mistreatment by others, tolerating low-level dating relationships, tolerating under-earning because my self-esteem was low. And part of the reason my self-esteem was low is because I didn't really take care of my body in the way that I do now, which has given me access to a whole other realm of results. So it delays you from getting the results that are actually the goodies. So when you lose weight, it's not that you want to lose the weight only. You want what losing weight gives you access to. Greater energy, greater strength, greater confidence, feeling empowered, feeling vital, feeling free in your skin, feeling free in your body, feeling comfortable in your skin at the pool, etc., etc. Those are the things you want. Losing weight is one of the things that helps you get there. Okay, so there's really 4 things that you need to become in order to transform food perfectionism and kiss it goodbye. Are you ready? Number 1, you need to become a messy action taker, girlfriend. You need to be somebody who is willing to get in there and get dirty and take action before it is perfectly ready to go and everything. You've got all the meal prep containers and your fridge is perfectly clean and you have the perfectly stocked cupboard with the hemp seeds and everything's labeled and like, oh, you're going to do like your Peloton workout every day and like you got the cute outfit and like, no, you do not need to wait for things to be perfect. You need to go take some messy action. You need to go for a 30-minute walk after you listen to this and just go get it done. You need to eat a salad today. You need to eat a vegetable or have a protein shake or something. You just need to go take action. Rarely is life ever tidy or perfect. I can't think of any time in my life when things have been perfectly set up for me such that everything is just easy and blissful all the time for me and makes it easy. Like, let's say you had a plan to work out and you wanted to do a 45-minute HIIT workout and you set your alarm and then you slept through your alarm and now you wake up and you got 10 minutes to work out. You have a choice. You can either not work out and justify yourself with the excuse that you slept late and you don't have time, or you can do a 10-minute workout in your living room. If you've got YouTube, you have no excuse not to work out. And if you don't have YouTube, you have no excuse not to work out. I'll give you a workout that you can do anywhere, anytime. All you need is your body and a floor, which I know you have because #gravity. I know that there is a place where you can lay down. All you need, okay, maybe you can't do this on an airplane, but like who works out on an airplane? Everywhere else you can do this in the airport. Just do 7 minutes of burpees. Try it. Report back to me. It's kind of miserable, yet effective, and only took 7 minutes. You can always do 5 minutes of burpees, y'all, wherever you're at. This is just one example of how to be a messy action taker and not wait for, I need to have like my workouts loaded in my phone. I need to have like my perfect workout outfit. And then I need to have like drank my pre-workout like 2 hours in advance and had a meal and like listen to my positive music and my hair's in a cute pony. And like, now I can go to the gym and work out. No, you need to be willing to take messy action now. Okay, number 2, you need to become flexible, girl. You need to stop being a rigid biatch. I said it. No one likes her. Am I right? Who has had a rigid friend or a rigid boss or a rigid mother or a rigid family member? It is not fun to be around rigid people. And life demands flexibility, and it demands that you are willing to be more flexible. Look, when we are scared and anxious and we live in uncertainty in our world, which we do, we often try to control things to give ourselves a greater sense of security and safety. That actually is not the thing that's going to help you get results. You actually don't have the degree of control over things that you think that you do. So for example, you are in between client meetings, you are driving, from client A to client B, and you like forgot to pack your lunch and you're like, okay, I'm starving, I need to get food. So you go to the drive-thru, you go to the Chick-fil-A, and you have a choice. Just like you had a choice in the morning with your workout, you now have a choice at the drive-thru. You can get the fried chicken sandwich and fries and a milkshake, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not going to give you access to the result that you say you want. Or you can get grilled nuggets and fries and a diet lemonade. Or you can get a grilled chicken burger and a Diet Coke. Or you can get grilled nuggets and a chocolate chip cookie and a diet lemonade. Like, you have options. And so it's important that you learn how to be flexible no matter where you are at in life. Your circumstances you don't have control over. What you put in your mouth, you do have control over. I always tell my clients, if you're at an event and you can't control what's being served, you're at a networking event or a conference or whatever, a wedding, a networking night, and there's food there, you can't control necessarily what they're serving, but you can always control how much of it you eat. You do have control over the quantity of the food that you're eating. Okay, number 3, you need to start believing in yourself. When you have perfectionistic food thinking, you believe that the source of your results is in your circumstances and not actually in your ability to get results on your own. You're not believing in yourself enough. You're not believing in your ability to persevere and be disciplined and be motivated. And this is very destructive to not believe in yourself. Would you teach your kids that? Would you be like, honey, I'm going to teach you a very important life lesson. Do not believe in yourself. Would you say that to your kids? No, you would not. So stop saying it to yourself. Practice saying, I believe in you, girl. We're going to do this today. So you need to understand that change and results come from you believing in yourself, being committed to yourself, and not giving up, despite things being uncomfortable or challenging at times. And number 4, you need to be brave. You need to have some courage, okay? You need to gut up every day and do hard things for yourself, even when they're uncomfortable. When you have not experienced success at something in your life before, it's important that you understand that it takes bravery to try again. And I acknowledge you for being brave. There are areas of my life where I have not experienced success and I have to keep gutting up. I have to keep being brave and saying, I'm willing to try again, even though I've fallen down in this area. I'm willing to go at it again. I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm not going to give up on this thing that's important to me. And so it's really important that you acknowledge that it takes bravery and courage to go after the things that you want in life, especially if you've struggled to get that result before. And honestly, the reason that you probably don't have the result you want is one of 2 things. 1, you gave up on yourself too soon. We all want results super fast. I want my results like that Amazon same day Prime delivery to my mailroom, okay? But it does not work like that. It takes longer to get results in life. And it takes time to get good results in life. Excellent results. Highly desirable results take time. And number 2, you didn't have the right strategy. So maybe you were applying yourself full force, but you just didn't have the right strategy, okay? Now, if you do all these things, what's available to you? 1, faster results, just like we talked about, those Amazon Prime delivery results. Faster results, because speed of results comes not from perfection, but from consistency. And you will learn to fail faster in all areas of your life. You will have more happiness and joy and pleasure because it's much more enjoyable to go through life flexible than rigid. Also, nobody likes the rigid biatch, okay? So nobody's going to want to be around her either. Number 3, greater self-confidence and self-trust. So when you really own that you are brave and you are courageous, you'll start having greater confidence to step outside of your comfort zone and try new things. Take that risk. Start that business, expand that thing that that's important to you. Go on that trip, take the plunge with the love of your life. Like whatever you got to do, you're going to feel a lot more confident to do it. And you're going to experience breakthroughs in areas of life where you've been stuck. You know, a lot of my clients are now starting like side businesses. Like one of my former clients is starting a cookie business. Her cookies are amazing. Another one of my clients is starting her own hair salon this year. And it's so fun to look at graduates of my program and be like, wow, these women, like they became braver and more courageous, and that translated into other areas of their life. And that's what happened to me, right? Fitness and nutrition was just this, like, it was like a petri dish. It was like my laboratory of learning for how to develop my mindset to be a woman who has discipline, who perseveres, who believes in herself, who takes risks, who's, when she's scared, she doesn't let it stop her. She's a messy action taker. So remember that it's a laboratory for you to transform all of the character deficits that you have in order to really become a more self-actualized woman and human being. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed today's topic, and I would love to hear what was most impactful for you from today. So please feel free to send me a message here on Instagram. Just pop it into my DMs and let me know what was most helpful for you.